Assalamu alaikum and welcome to another episode of QG Diaries, a program on Quranology Television, QGTV. Today's program is about Ibrahim and the Hajj, and this is in commemoration of the recent tragedies in Makkah and Mina. Unfortunately, nearly 1,000 Hajjis died in the two tragedies this year. To me, the traditional Hajj is a symbolization of the Quranic Hajj. And unfortunately, the traditional Hajj is very disconnected from the essence of the Quranic Hajj, as I understand it. And the Quranic Hajj is deeply connected to the personality of Ibrahim. Ibrahim is the second most mentioned personality in Quran. About 70 times he's mentioned. And he is the only one actually mentioned with the Hajj. And I will explain how in a minute. So in the story of Ibrahim, he is a youth who challenges the image worship which is practiced by his people. And this image worship, don't think of it as statues, but rather the forms which take over our minds. And so we are unable to see the true worship of Allah, who is beyond forms. And Ibrahim, he notices this among his people, and he arrives at the conclusion. In chapter 6, verse 79, he says, Inni wajjahtu wajhiya lilladhi fatara as-samawati wal ardu hanifa. I turn my face, or actually literally is, I face my face. So it's a double emphasis. I face my face to the one who initiated the heavens and the earth in a fully inclined fashion. Hanifa. وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. And I am not from the associators. And this is, I think, a statement which is only for Ibrahim. He's the only one in Quran who says, وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. Nobody else says this. So this is an attainment which Ibrahim has. And Ibrahim, he smashes the forms of his people. In other words, he challenges their customs and traditions, their institutions, and he smashes them so that they may turn back to Allah. And it's important for us not to see this literally, because Ibrahim cannot enter into some temple and start smashing things up. That's against Quranic values. So instead, what we understand it is that he smashes the forms of his idols through discussion and debate. And he says, finally, when they persecute him, he says, وَقَالَ, and he says, Inni dhahibun ila Rabbi. Verily, I am a fleer to my Lord. Oh, I flee to my Lord. Sayahdeen, and he will guide me. So Ibrahim leaves his people and he emigrates to a valley without cultivation. And this is mentioned in chapter 14. And he establishes Allah's Bayt, which is Muharram. In other words, it enshrines the hurumat, or the sanctifications of Allah. And in this, he follows a new path in his life. And the best passage, in my opinion, one of my most favorite passages, is chapter 2, verses 122 to 152. So about 30 verses long. And Ibrahim is mentioned there, and it says that he is tested by his Lord with words. So basically, he's having a dialogue with Allah, and Allah is showing him what to do, and he fulfills that. And finally, Allah gives him al-bayt. Allah says in verse 125, وَإِذْ جَعَلْنَا الْبَيْتَ مَثَابَةً لِلنَّاسِ وَأَمْنًا. So Allah placed for him al-bayt, the system of Allah. Allah placed for him al-bayt, or the house, as a rewarding place for mankind. There is no restriction there. It's for mankind, and a safe place. So this idea of being for mankind is something we need to bear in mind for the Hajj. And this is not the only place where it's said. Have a look at chapter 3, verse 96. Inna awwala baytin wudiya linnas lilladhi bi Bakkah verily the foremost house set forth for mankind, An-Nas, Wudiya lin-Nas, Lilladhi bi-Bakka, is the one with tears or sorrow. This is what it takes. It takes you to be absolutely dedicated to building it. And that's what Ibrahim was. Mubarakan wa hudan lil alamin, and it's a blessed place and a guidance for the worlds. So you can see the centrality of the house, which was established by Ibrahim. It was a place of peace, a blessed place, a rewarding place for mankind. And this is the place of Hajj. We now turn to chapter 22, starting from verse 26, where Allah says that He has shown Ibrahim the place of Al-Bayt, Ma Kan Al-Bayt. And this is the place where the Hajj happens. If you look at verse 27, Allah says, وَأَذِّنْ فِي النَّاسِ بِالْحَجِّ, and announce for mankind with the Hajj. It's not announcing the Hajj, it's announcing with the Hajj. What is the Hajj? The Hajj is the attainment of Ibrahim. He establishes that house. And with that attainment, because Allah calls him Imam Lin-Nas, chapter 2, verse 1 to 4, Ibrahim then calls mankind, وَأَذِّنْ فِي النَّاسِ بِالْحَجِّ. And Allah says, they will come to you on foot and in all manner of mounts. So in other words, when He calls mankind, this is not a religious call, it's for mankind, they will come. They will come. So it is not something which you need to force or tell them that, okay, well, this is fard on you, etc. No, they will actually go to you. Why? Verse 28, 22, chapter 22, verse 28, it says, لِيَشْهَدُوا مَنَافِعَ لَهُمْ. In order for them to witness witness benefits for themselves. So they have benefits, you see. So when you establish a system of God and it becomes a peaceful place, and this can be anywhere, and this place becomes a place of peace, a place of security, a rewarding place for everyone. And you cannot restrict people. If they are peaceful people, they can enter the place. Then this place is the place of Hajj. And when you announce this place, what will happen is that people will flock to you in order for them to see the benefit. And this is a natural pattern of humanity. All human beings hope to achieve such a system in which they can provide security, a blessed life for people, a rewarding life for people. This is the socio-political ambition of mankind, if you will. But the Quran is giving its own pattern for this establishment. And it calls them with this Hajj. And they will come. So with this, we need to understand that when we think of Hajj as a religious ritual, it is a mere symbolism of the Quranic Hajj. So we don't need to be dogmatic about it. We don't need to have it all in one day where there is overcrowding and difficulty to manage. I can completely understand that. I mean, people are, they would like to get the greatest blessings, so they want to get there early, etc. And it causes chaos and panic. And this is probably what happened in Mina. So we don't need to be that dogmatic. Actually, Quran does not give any kind of restriction as to its time. But if you want to be a bit more closer to the text, you might say that it's the sacred months, and that's 4 months. In 4 months, you can easily fit in 3 million people if you like. You see, so with this, I close this video, and I would like to once again express my deepest condolences to the Hajis. Inshallah, you will read the Quran and you will see that actually there is much to do in terms of establishing the essence of the Hajj. The rituals and the essence are two different things. The essence of the Hajj is contained within Quran. You can see it there. And inshallah, you will be able to understand it for yourselves. Many thanks for viewing this video. Inshallah, we will see each other again next month.